This is a re-release of the Jordan 3 Fear in 2023. These in particular sort of stuck out to me. I just think they look cool because they've got the greys and we're sort of got that kind of blacked out look. And I like the kind of the orange hits throughout the sneaker and also like the airbag as well. It's very, very cool in terms of the way it looks, especially like during the sort of autumn winter seasons. This is the kind of sneaker that you need. I think it's lends itself well to sort of the darker times and periods and weather, and I think it will, should hold up pretty well. Got kind of this nubuck material, and yeah, in terms of the quality control, I think for me it's a pretty nice sneaker. With my one, I've got a bit of a defect here on the back, as you can see, which is not on for £190. I'm not sure what's going on there. What I don't like about the sneaker, I'm not a fan of cracked leather, but this kind of material here basically looks like it's cracked leather to me. Kind of feeling it, and it's got this kind of rough texture to it. That's what I'm not a fan of. As you can sort of see as well, the glue stains sort of quite visible as well, which not too bad. I'm going to complain too much about that, but especially if you put them at certain angles, it doesn't look very nice when you've got this kind of white, kind of appearing. But again, it depends on the light that you put it in. But overall, it's a cool sneaker. It's a nice sneaker. It didn't sell out, but you can sort of grab, especially sort of in the smaller sizes. So the details for the Jordan 3 Fear, they come in a Nike Stadium total orange colour. The Nike Stadium refers to the kind of grey black hits on the sneaker, which is a cool thing. It comes with the EVA sole with an airbag, so that's on the heel, and it's got an all leather nubuck material construction, and also around the sort of toe box area there is sort of cracked leather as well, which I'm not a fan of. Price is £190. Comfort and sizing, it's got a medium sole, I guess, in terms of sort of comfort. It's not sort of too firm, but obviously it's not soft compared to say like an Invincible Run or a Yeezy Boost, but for just kind of more sort of neutral kind of wear, this is good. It has good support around the arch and your heel. For being a basketball sneaker, the heel sits slightly elevated, so which is comfortable, not like too high, where you can sort of end up putting too much pressure on your forefoot. But I find them very comfortable. The wearing time is, I'd say, probably 2 to 5 hours, because leather softens. The more you wear them, the more they feel nice on feet. And there's sort of a time period where once you kind of worn them in quite a bit, they just feel just really, really cool on feet. I would recommend going half size down, only if you've got like a big sort of wide foot, go true to size. I go basically my true to size on these, but I know I could go half size down, and some of the Jordan 3s that I have gone half size down on, and they feel fine, if not actually in most cases better. But the reason I keep an extra bit of room is just sometimes I wear thicker socks and then don't really like toe touching the front of the toe box. It's got sort of great grip for all types of weather, so I think wearing it, especially during sort of the winter fall season, I find it a great sneaker to wear when it's sort of raining, or if it's the weather's just not great outside. I don't find them that I'm sort of slipping or anything like that. I think only if they're kind of worn out you'd kind of get that sort of thing, really. And also the sneakers are quite sort of, the way they're made is they're a bit heavier and a bit robust, so they kind of sort of stay sort of stable and rigid on foot. In terms of the look and style, it's a Jordan 3 at the end of the day, so the silhouette is proven, and everyone likes it. It has a dark grey colour palette, which is like I sort of mentioned, it's good for sort of the autumn time, and the hints of orange on there just basically makes it pop, really. So you've got this dark sneaker with like the overtones of the orange. In terms of, like I said earlier, I'd probably wear them during sort of autumn winter time. Not to say that you couldn't wear them any other time, but it's just if you've got kind of other sneakers that you wear, then this is probably something that you bring out in autumn winter. Good for sort of casual and smart casual wear really. So with this one, you can kind of dress up and then dress down as well. They're very cool sneakers. I think they're kind of best with sort of black laces really, but you could go with pretty much any sort of colour really, because there's quite a few sort of tones to sort of play with. You've got grey, you've got obviously the orange as well, so you can find something that kind of is similar, and also sail laces, because of the midsole has a kind of the sail look to it as well, so that would kind of, I think, look cool as well. In terms of the pros and cons, I think it's great sneaker for winter just because of the colour scheming, so even if you get them dirty, they won't look so bad. They're comfortable with good sort of heel and arch support. I like the orange hits on there. It just sort of stands out. It just looks sort of different to any other Jordan 3, I guess. And it's a timeless trainer. In terms of cons, I think with any Jordan 3 or any sneaker that's kind of set amount of period that's older than say 20-30 years, I always feel like charging a bit too much in terms of cost. I understand leather is like a costly material, but I still think they could probably make these things a lot cheaper in terms of cost. And also with my particular pair, I had a bit of quality control issues, so on the heel there was a little bit of a mark and a few glue stains here and there. So rounding this up, I think in terms of sort of giving it a rating, the look and style, I'll give it a 4. I wouldn't give it a 5. I think a 5 is sort of reserved for, in my eyes, an OG colorway. I don't think it quite sort of stands up to that level. Not to say that it's a bad sneaker, but I think it's not at that level, not at that kind of uber level. But still nice sneaker nonetheless. I mean, I still picked it up sort of as an example, so I like the sneaker. In terms of comfort, I'd give that a 4 out of 5. It's not going to be peak in terms of comfort, but it does the job. It's a very sort of neutral sneaker. Some people like the way Jordan 3 feels on foot, but some people may not. But I find them to be basically does the job. In terms of quality, I'd give it a 4 out of 5 just because of the glue stains and a bit of a chip on the back of the heel. But other than that, they're pretty good. And the pricing, as I mentioned earlier, it's just a bit too high, so I think they really need to sort of work that out. I don't know what they will do, but for Jordan 3, they keep sort of pushing the price up quite a bit. So I think at this moment in time, I paid £190, and if you add on shipping, things like that, it's quite a big price. You're looking at kind of the £200 mark, and then so I think it's just a bit too high, really. So overall, I give it a 4 out of 5. It's a nice sneaker, so you're not going to go wrong with having a pair of these. So you definitely look towards purchase them, especially if you can get them under retail.